Yesterday, I was teaching a class, and one of the things that came up was who I am, who I was, who I am, and who I'm going to be. Three different people you can be in a lifetime, different phases of your life. Um, and as most of you know, I celebrate my birthday for 30 days, the whole month of September. I celebrate. My birthday is actually September 21st, but to make it fun, I invite some friends and family to help celebrate who I am. Who I was, that's a whole nother story, who I was. You know how some people say, if I know what I know now, what I knew then, baby, that's how you learned what you know now from going through all the stuff you knew you went through then. Then I was uh, 17, 18 years old, standing on the stage downtown Cleveland at my class speech. During the class speech, it had to be something like, I have a dream, or I wish. I think that was the name of it, I wish. 40 years ago, you can't remember everything. But I was standing up there giving my speech, my I have a dream speech, that one day I'm going, da, da, da. Okay. Some of those things have come to pass, and some of them had become nightmares. By the time I was 18, I was pregnant out of wedlock. That was that big word in the 70s, out of wedlock. So I was coming from a very, very religious family, and so was my baby's father. He was coming from a religious family too, and they came up with, well, we want the baby to have the last name of the father, and that means you're gonna have to get married. Married? What is that? I don't watch all these people around me stay married 40, 50 years, but what does that have to do with Pamelia? Before I knew it, I was coming down the stairway of my family home, and my father was holding my hand, and uh, I was getting married. We's married now. We 17. He was 17. I was 18. And he didn't know how to be a husband. I didn't know how to be a wife. And before I knew it, I had a little baby girl. I named her LaJoy because I said I've cried this whole 9 months, and I want her to be the joy of my life. And now my daughter LaJoy will be 40 in December. Over that time, I also had a Milton and a Mikey, and I had some babies that didn't make it. All that I have a dream speech. And if you're not careful, sometimes the things that God has given you, you will abort them because you start thinking, that ain't what I planned. I got a one sentence for that. My life did not go out the way I planned, and so would. So what? Now the woman I am today, I really could be a Titus 2 woman because now I can teach the young how to be the women with worth. How to be a woman with worth. I wouldn't have known that, and I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't come through some storms in this almost 58 years. If I hadn't come through some hard times, like one of the plays I wrote. If I hadn't come through, who am I, who am I, where am I supposed to be going? If I hadn't had women in my life who gave me wisdom, streetwise and otherwise. You know what I'm saying? When I was thinking I really had it going on, I had some people give me some things like cars, houses, that kind of stuff, because I had I needed one for the money, one for the honey, one for something to do mechanism, and, and, and it still taught me what I needed to be and who I needed to be, how to get there. How to get there. One way was through remembering who I was and who God made me to be. That was one of the things. And through this journey, I've learned that if somebody leave you, it's a plus. Somebody stay, it's a plus. What's supposed to come and what's supposed to go will happen, whether you want it to or not. Now, the way I used to handle things a long time ago, I wish a Negro would have left me out here with these 3 kids. And, I had some funny things happen in my life. I had one man who was a mechanic, and he got mad that the other man got me the car. So he had the ability of turning a regular shifted car into a stick. So I had to learn how to drive a stick, because this man done went out here and switched the thing on my car because he mad at the other man. So when I left him, then I went back to the other one. He switched it back to an automatic. Okay, Pam, what you doing? And that taught me a lesson. I ain't gonna tell you what it taught me, but one thing it taught me was a lesson. Stay with one man. Either one that know how to drive a stick or one that know how to make things right with automatic. That's what it taught me. How to deal with health issues. When I had cancer, when they thought I had blood clots, when they thought I had this and that, I leaned on my Bible that says, whose report will you believe? And 29, 30 years later, I'm cancer free. I learned in these 57 plus years that I can be a single woman, I can be a married woman. And if my children's father died, I wasn't married to him. If I had been, I would have been a widow woman. I could be the woman with the issue of blood, or I can be the woman who they say is cast the first stone. I can be Ruth, Esther, Best-I. I can be all those things. But that's who I was. Now who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I don't let people drive up on me with a bunch of mess, and I accept it. I don't let men tell me nothing that God ain't confirmed in my spirit. I don't care how lonely I get. I don't care how many nights I'm crying, oh Lord, send the right man. Sha-na-na-na, am I sha-na-na? No. I wait. I learn how to wait. And then being famous, sometimes you can be Facebook famous anyway. Or the life I'm leading now, when people pull over their cars and say, hey, aren't you the lady who wrote the book? I've been reading that book over and over, and it has helped me. Or aren't you the lady who wrote the play? I remember you. That's the famous I need. That's the famous I need. Facebook famous is fine too, though. For those of you who rebuke the spirit of Facebook. I mean, you could be doing a whole bunch of positive stuff on Facebook, and you can do some negative stuff on there. But the positive stuff, I keep it moving. So, I gave you a little talk about who I was, who I am, and who I'm going to be. I'm going to be who God called me to be before I was in my mother's womb. That's who Pamelia is going to be. So the question today is, who are you going to be? Who you were, who you are, or who you're going to be? Walk in your lane. Walk worthy. Walk worthy. Walk worthy. Walk worthy. Walk worthy. Walk worthy.